8 months ago, I would have told you I was so excited for this movie. And then the last trailer came out a month ago, and it totally did not make me excited at all. I could care less to see it. But you know, deep down, I still was excited to see it because it's the new Predator movie. It's rated R. You know, yeah, and I saw Rotten Tomatoes thing, and I saw it had a 63%. I was like, I'll take it. I'll take that. It did drop a whole bunch after, because that was days ago, and I checked again before doing this review, and it currently had a 36 when I checked. So it definitely dropped. And I really just sat down and thought this in my head the entire ride home. Now I know why Arnold denied to do anything with this movie. The Predator. Written and directed by Shane Black, a guy who's only directed 3 movies, actually, now counting this one. He's directed 4 movies now, but he has written a lot of great scripts. He wrote Lethal Weapon, he did The Last Boy Scout, I'm pretty sure. But the 3 movies he directed, he wrote and directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Awesome, A+ kind of movie. Like, it's awesome movie. The Nice Guys, an A to A+ kind of movie. Iron Man 3, yes, it's not the best Marvel movie, but a B to B+ kind of movie. He wrote and directed all these movies, and you know, those movies alone got me excited for this movie, and then again, the trailer came out and I wasn't excited. So, going to this movie, wasn't stoked, but I still want to see the new Predator. I love the original Predator. The first Predator with Arnold, to me, is not just some cheesy 80s action movie. It came out in 1987, and that movie, to me, is one of the best action and sci-fi movies we have ever gotten. I think that movie is underrated in the classic term because everyone just puts it as get to the chopper cheesy 80s movie. Guys, that movie is directed amazingly. Like, the music, the directing, heck, Arnold is perfect in that role. I personally think that is his best role to date. Nothing could beat that. I know he's a Terminator, but that is his best role. So again, I am a Predator fan. I grew up watching that movie, being terrified of the Predator. I was scared of the Predator. I was scared to watch Alien vs. Predator when I was little. Watching it now, yeah, it's cheesy, but you know, they have good fun cheesy in that movie, and it's fun. This movie stars the guy from Logan, Keegan-Michael Key, the guy from Moonlight, Olivia Munn, Sterling K. Brown, Jacob Tremblay. You got a cast. You got Thomas Jane. Like, I mean, there is a lot of people in this movie, and the movie's basically predators come down to Earth, and there's a huge predator that they call, it comes down as well. They're attacking, and they're trying to retrieve something, and there's a lot more to it, but that's the basic storyline. So let's start with the positives. Thomas Jane was fine. You know, he's got a little bit of a twitch. He's got Tourette's and all. He had some funny moments. They had good sound effects. You know, the music. I heard the music. Pretty cool. Guys, this is one of the worst movies I've ever freaking seen. Like, I can't. I was expecting at least something cool, something neat. This movie fucking sucked. Like, I mean, what? I don't know how Shane Black wrote this movie, directed it, and studio people allowed this. I don't get it. This was one of the worst movies I've seen all year. Hands down, one of the worst. Probably not number 1 right now. I don't know. I just saw it, so I gotta process it. But my biggest issue, 100%, is the script. Like, this dialogue, a 4-year-old wrote it. I'm sorry. I know it's Shane Black. I love Shane Black. I really love him as a writer. What the fuck was this? Like, I mean, what was this? The dialogue is almost as bad or worse than Transformers Extinction. Like, I mean, the dialogue is terrible. Like, I mean, god awful 5-year-old wrote it. I can't believe Shane Black had his fingers in the script. I can't believe it. The comedy had a few chuckles, but for the most part, I don't see how a man getting ripped apart and stabbed, and they add comedy, it doesn't mash together. at all. Like, I mean at all. Like, the comedy, to me, was completely out of place. It did not work in this movie at all. Like, at all. And they say the F word so many times, I couldn't believe it. Like, the dialogue they give to Jacob Tremblay is some of the worst dialogue I've heard in a very long time. Like, I mean, it is awful. And the guy from Logan is his dad. Man, he was the worst dad ever. I never felt a dad-son relationship like so bad. I've never seen that on screen until now. I did not feel a father-son relationship at all. This group of guys, they meet so quick. We get to meet them super quick. They all have these twerks and warps about them, and they're not interesting. The chemistry to me was like, I couldn't feel it because the dialogue they gave them was so bad. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know. I couldn't feel the group relationship. Olivia Munn, I feel like halfway through this movie, she just was like, you know what, I'm gonna have fun with it, because I thought she looked like she was having the most fun with this movie. And I know everything that's happening right now with her and the whole, like, person in the movie, and yeah, like, all that stuff, what's happening with all that. I hope she gets to stay away as far as this movie. I like Olivia Munn, but she definitely wasn't the best perfect for this role. I will have to admit. I think someone else could have done it, but you know, halfway through the movie, she definitely was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have fun with this movie. And that's what she did. She was a bright spot to me. Sterling K. Brown, let me put some shades on. There's literally a scene where he has no shades on, no glasses, and he's walking to his ship with the kid, and the kid's putting in a thing, he's putting in the code. It cuts to Sterling K. Brown. He has black shades on. It's nighttime, and then they walk into the ship, and then those shades are gone. Most random sunglasses I have ever seen in a movie. Most random. Let's talk about the Predators. You know, the part where we come to see the Predators. Yeah, the CGI was PlayStation 2. This big, giant Predator you see in the trailers, that I said the CGI looks bad in the trailer, that's the movie. I mean, I'm telling you, the CGI for this giant-ass Predator was stupid. It was garbage. I don't know how that got released to the movie. I don't know at all. And, like, the Predator can talk now. They have subtitles in this movie. They talk now. Like, full-on subtitles to each other. And there's a whole conspiracy with them. And there's this subplot that they do in the very beginning that I was like, are you kidding me? This can't happen. That can't be a subplot. It is a subplot. It's something very important in this movie. It's just the dumbest... I can't. I can't with this movie. How did Shane Black write and direct this movie? I don't. But anyways, the Predator, like, when you get to see the first original Predator, I would have to admit, seeing the practical monster effect of the Predator, that was neat to see. I will admit, I don't like the Predator, you know, pointing its finger to do that and telling him to put the guns down when he's holding a guy. He's like, no. In the original Predator, that thing would have killed that man, ripped his spine out, and then flown in the woods. But no, this movie's set in, like, neighborhoods. Yeah, it's set, like, in, like, neighborhoods. It's, like, set Halloween night. And the Predator is going around while people are trick-or-treating. It's so great. There's a scene where the kid, I won't spoil it, has a very interesting Halloween outfit. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They filmed this. They filmed this kid. His Halloween outfit is like, I mean, there's going to be so many people dressed up like this. I can already feel it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know if they were going for just goofy, oozy fun. Like, I don't know if they were doing that. If they were, it wasn't working. The tones, what was this? Keegan-Michael Key wasn't funny. That's shocking. I was looking forward to him. Was not funny at all. I did not laugh from him at all. I didn't like any of them. The guy from Moonlight, he is such a good actor. What was this? They gave him nothing. They gave him nothing to do. I don't understand. I don't. Like, again, I don't know how Shane Black wrote this movie. And I don't even want to get started with the Predator dogs. Yeah, they're a thing. They have the face of the Predator on a dog. CGI is fucking awful. And there's something to do with the Predator dog. When they did this, I was like, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. They're doing it. They're going for it. And when that happened, I literally was like, alright, this movie just doesn't care anymore. They are literally going for it. Like, when you watch this movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They go for it with this Predator dog. I can't. Like, I just can't. The dialogue is so bad. The CGI is so bad. The blood effect... I could do better blood effect from my computer. I'm not kidding you. The CGI is awful. The action scenes are enjoyable to watch in a dumb way. And the entire movie, the whole time now, like when this movie was really bad, I was still like at the very end, I was like, I'm gonna give this movie a D- because I'm not bored. I'm watching cool things happen. But then, I won't spoil it. The big epic final battle scene ends in like 2 minutes, and when it literally cuts away to one more scene, and it's a fucking setup, a sequel scene. And when I watched this scene, I was like, okay, why are we gonna set up a sequel? This is so stupid. Oh my gosh. But what they do is worse what they did with the Independence Day Resurgence. Like, remember that scene where they try to set up and, like, they're going after the aliens and everything? Yeah, remember that scene? And I don't even remember. I saw the movie, like, once. But this scene, I literally, my mouth dropped. I said, are you kidding me? Oh my god, are you kidding? This scene, I don't know how Shane Black wrote this scene and they said, this is a great scene, let's put it in the movie. Guys, I can't tell you enough how much I hated this movie. This was one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. The dialogue is bad. The characters, there's nothing great about the characters. The dialogue is so bad. The comedy doesn't work. The predators, they make them goofy and stupid. One predator spits when they're walking away from a kill. They literally pooey. They spit. It spits. And one more thing. I won't spoil who dies, but obviously people get killed in this movie. But there's a main character in this movie that gets killed. I'm not kidding you. If you blink, if you look down to grab your popcorn, if you look over to see your friend or whisper like, hey, this scene means that. Like, if you do any of it, you will miss this death. It is the most quickest and cheap-ass filming I've ever seen. I have never seen a character die so quick in the most dumbest way, too. And it was a main character. Like, it was a main character. And it just gets killed. And I'm like, did he just die? Was that it? That's how they're gonna die? Like, I gotta stop. I really gotta stop, guys. The Predator is one of the worst movies I have seen all year. Shane Black, you should be fired for at least 10 years and come back with an awesome movie, because you just, I don't know how I can trust you with a new movie now. Like, I love The Nice Guys and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but go back to small budget, because big budgets are not your thing. Iron Man 3 was already iffy. But this just capitalizes. Shane Black is not a studio director. He is a person that sits in his room and writes his own scripts and directs his own movies, and no one talks in his ear. This was a pile of shit, and I'm never going to forget this ending scene and how dumb it was. I can't. Again, one of the worst movies of the year. But if you see this movie and you enjoy it for its fun, cartoony just way, that is fine if you like this movie. But for me, I never want to watch it again, and that is why The Predator is going to get a big fat F. Yeah, I haven't given them one of those grades in a while, but this movie, it deserves it. It deserves it, especially for that ending scene. Yeah, it deserves it. 100%. Guys, do not see The Predator. I'm so glad I saw it for free, and because I work at the movie theater, but I'm so glad. That makes me more happy, guys. Makes me way more happier. Anyway, guys, my simple favor review will be very late. I won't place it until next week because if you do not know, I actually live in South Carolina and that hurricane is coming right towards me. So I will not be able to see any movies this week, the rest of the movies weekend. So I saw 2 movies tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.